A very good afternoon, dear listeners. This is Akashvani, Kohima at 103 megahertz, 469.5 meters and 639 kilohertz. My dear listeners, welcome to our program In Focus at Drug Free Nagaland. This is your episode 17. This program is a radio live bilingual interactive program initiated by the Regional News Unit Akashvani Kohima in collaboration with Nagaland Police Department and other stakeholders in the districts, as well as in the states. So my dear listeners, it is indeed the 17th program. It is going to be a really interesting program. And as I always mention, this program is an interactive program. So if you have any questions, any queries that you want to address to our experts here today in the studio, then you can write to us at 9436805333. Don't forget to use the code FM space F 9436805333. No chat in che at shune panch tin 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 de FM space F likikina apni questions kan takishe ajila topic la upari iku janibole munja ase kuledo you can write to us. My dear listeners from Meloleü, Shamato, Demapo, Tening, Mon and Twinsang, you are tuning with me right now in this program at 100.1 megahertz. Listeners from Mocha, it's 101.8 megahertz. Listeners from Peg, it's 102.1 megahertz. And my dear listeners from Zinaboto, you are tuning with me right now at 101.2 megahertz. We are also available on our digital platform. Yes, you can find us on Google Play Store. The name of our app is News on Air app. All you have to do is install it to your phone, this app, click on live radio and be part of this program that is going on. So my dear listeners, as we are continuing with our discussion, with our discourse on a Drug Free Nagaland, the topic for this episode is drugs and child rights protection services in Nagaland, specifically in Kohima. So my dear listeners, we are truly honored to have in our studio our two panelists, Mr. Megoneituo Kielienyu. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us. He is the Legal Cum Protection Officer, District Child Protection Unit, Kohima, Department of Social Welfare. Along with him, we have Miss Medoleü. She is the Counselor, District Child Protection Unit, Kohima, Department of Social Welfare. So we are truly honored to have both of you in our studio. So without any much further delay, we are going to get started with our discussion today. So my first question, I think a lot of our listeners would also like to know is, what is the DCPU, District Child Protection Unit? If you can kindly tell us, and how does it function?
Well, DCPU stands for District Child Protection Unit. Nagaland District Child Protection Unit, so far we have 11. It was supposed to be 16, but 5 districts is pending. So, amikhan so 11 districts to be set up, and then under DCPU, we have lots of function like how to take care of the child, and then how to bring them in the right way, the right direction. Child protection child protection will be, there are some children who are in conflict with laws, and there are some children who are in need of care and protection, in need of our care, my care and your care. So under DCPU say like we have 14 staffs, homes to 6 homes registered 6 homes. There are some more homes, but they are not funded by the Ministry of Child and Women Development.
So, apnihan kwado in a DCPU unit in a district, there are 14 functionaries.
Yes.
14 functionaries. So, can you please tell us about these homes that is being set up? What is the function of this home? How does it cater to a child?
First home, observation home. Observation home, if anyone reports about a child that the particular child is in need of some kind of help and reported to us or reported to Childline, that is 1098, everyone knows. So inia hoise bole to ami han jagine tahange rescue kuribo aru rescue kuria pichede takhala basic kiba needs to ki ase buine saigine observation home ke pathabo. Aru there is another home, children home. Children home ase bole to caters to every kind of children, say like for immediate reception, kunba bacha conflict with laws, biya kam offense committed kurigine thagise gole to itu hange children home dibi pathabo. inia gure aru sa that is specialized adoption agency to it's exclusively for adoption purpose only to adoption tate bacha khan du kunba surrender child thakibo abandoned child bi thakibo no hoilibi ama baba bora voluntarily lui jagine surrender kuria itu hange adoption de dibole process rukhi thaga khan itu hange sade rakhi thage so there is another home special home to itu to for those children who are in conflict with laws tahang la the side hagine offense to grievance tahang la offense to side hagine tahang ge observation home de rakhibo na pare hoise gole to sentence in other words sentence bacha hange to sentence itu nokoy ulibi jodi tahang ge observe kurbo lagya more than 1 year 6 months inia hoise gole tahang ge special home de pathai to special home de to tahang till 3 years to bohibo pare 3 years top to noheli to 3 years noheli to 18 years punji se gole inia de tahang ge special home de pathai de.
So, sir, my question is, there is a DCPU unit in the district of Nikwanishna. Whether the 5 units they are still under process, and there are special homes, observation homes. What are the other agencies that is set up in to safeguard and protect children in a district, and how do they work in constitution with the DCPU?
Okay, we have CWC, that is Child Welfare Committee, JJB, that is Juvenile Justice Board, and then Child Helpline also. So CWC, they deals with those children who are in need of care and protection, and for JGB, they deals with the children who are in conflict with laws. So yet in conflict with laws and in need of care and protection, there is another group of children who are in contact with laws. So itu hangibi categorize kurigina amikhan in need of care and protection tate halidi.
So sir, can you also tell us apni ko yase care and protection kuro khane bacha khan ke, so what are this category itu bacha khan kiniga mane any what kind of offense for that matter, or what kind of ki kurile tan itu category de busi?
See, ajikali do almost every home there amikhan mohan domestic help iniga rubi rakhi thige. To itu rakhia to galti ase itu noy holibi unnecessarily ta hange mari thagibo aru mari se holibi biya bara namar bacha hange nijela bacha ge namaria khuri holibi loha holibi iniga maria itu khan nohele do bacha kunuba ama baba harai jagine voluntarily hobo pare nolibi by mistake bi hobo pare holibi on the street paise holibi nohelibi ama baba do hodai nasha de thagigine baba bacha hange sabona pare to itu khan to all of them are in need of care and protection.
So it is not just a child or a minor committing an offense, but Thailand's situation will also deter care and protection and the services of the CCPU. So my question is for Madam here. Apni han kushe sentence na koi bajahan gelo na observation there kesi kushe to. Can you please guide us? Taikan observation home nulu special home there kina. What is the process?
Thank you for having us. First of all, aro itu bachakan inakan lokpai like bachakan like sexual abuse kan pai mohan na bachakan ahya mohan lo de ahya kan to no livi sir kwan is na physical abuses kan bi ahye ina alak ahye no livi behavioral problems ina kan thakya kan bi ahye no livi runaway children ina kan ahye de to tahan ahya do mohan tahan ke CCIs kan children's home ina kan de rakhile in every CCI we have counselors. And then DCPU we have counselor. So aste ina tahan ke counseling digina tahan ke help kore.
So what according to you, since you have dealt with a lot of children in different situations, what are the main causes and reasons of they landing up in an observation home?
Okay, like there are several causes to ke. And then one of the root cause is like inha se mohan bacha khan ge na like especially substance abuse de mahan bacha khan ke pathai parents as a parents or as a guardian living the children living with us mahan bacha khan ke pathai na ta khan ke mohan la substance kan kini wuli die kushe ina hushi kule that is one of the root cause ina hujai aro tahanla future to addiction de jawole no holi bi substance abuse ina de gushule bishi easy hujai na takan itubra ittade bishi careful hola ye mohan like mohan tahan ke pathai gina mudu kinewole die no holi bi like cigarette kinewole die ina khanna to these are the gateways to substance abuse. So if you're sending your children to buy substance, it's contributing them to the future addiction in haside aro another causes will be like peer pressure bi thagi jai bacha khanna teenage especially teenage de ahya damde tahan la friend circle de buhiwo karne peer pressure karne tahan ina substance abuse ina de bi jai aro nohili bi kitia do like a lack of parental supervision so parental war balwar na haka karne na inawi hujai nohili bi mostly in these cases that the children comes to me is like out of curiosity tahan ido substance abuse kanto like tahan try gurule mon ina thage aro one two children that I interacted is like tai tuikile ina cigarette khaishi cigarette khamanu ahishi nolibi tobacco use kora khan ahishi nolibi alcohol use kora khan ina ahia do tai wara kushi ekta bachara kushi it's a teenage boy he told me that he just saw his friends tala friends khan kha dikhina tai we try gurule mona se that was out of curiosity so ito khan causes kan to sai shigule inaura ahijai.
So what according to you ajikali do ekdom alarming hoy jeshi drug use for that matter any kind of substance abuse among young children as young as 12 years 10 years kana to what according to you is the main reason how do they obtain condition number 1 do family rabe indirectly contributes to it what are the other factors according to you
maybe one of the thing is of course like social media aro tadibra mobile khan bishi use kori jashi dona to tadi to saigina they think that drug use or substance abuse is like it's a fund something like that and then that goes them to use it. Yeah that's true.
So as per the social welfare department and various other organizations the reports are around 30,000 drug users kana say what is the number of children using drug in this figure according to you is it high is it low and especially in regards to your district highest number of drug users can especially bacha khan de kuntu category ho nishna babe
see itu drug user bacha khan use kura to aise bula itia madam ko anisna DCPU deals with the children those who are below 18 years of age to below 18 years of age inia koise bule to class 12 maximum class 12 ye thaga khan to iniga age to we want to try something new iniga thage to itu garne kunia barabi kinia se kuine nijer bi interest paine bisarya iniga thagibo to itia amigan social welfare department bra 30,000 around iniga ko ase holibi tu bra bisi thagi boli pare exact addict to kona pare numbers to holibi itu bra bisi thagi bole chances bisi ase kile gole to class 11 12 9 10 itu class te do they really want to try something new to media bi tate contribute bisi kuina ase iniga kurile to drugs nia kwase gole to mohan na jania ta khan nijer preparation bi thagi bole chances bi bisi ase dei
the number may be higher than that na
yes
so my question is there any legal consequences for children using drugs or caught with drugs if you can kindly highlight
so juvenile justice act te ase gole to offenses group kurigine petty offense serious offense heinous offense inia group kurina ase aru NDPS te aise gole to punishment to inia ase 6 months to life imprisonment inia ase to yate juvenile justice act te kwa to bacha khanke consider that all of them committed some offense under juvenile itu gane other laws thakise golibi itu to juvenile de aru ahibo lage to iniga aise gole to punishment to tahange dibule bishi tate digdar ulai nia thage ho to punishment to ase gole to for adult those who are above 18 years ini ase gole to say like minimum punishment to 6 months ase to maximum to life imprisonment iman to ase olibi bacha khan koise gole to itu to sentence diwe itu words bi use kurbo na lage kile gule to iniga tahan counseling dikene paise gule to tahan ke observation home de pathabo aro observation home para aro tahan ke upai nai iniga jodi ulaise gule to till 3 years iniga to special home de pathabo pare to in other way 3 maximum 3 years bacha khan garne
bacha khan do kwandishna ajikali do they tend to experiment with a lot of things, and since due to exposure to social media and many other things, peer pressure, maybe offenses can be under the influence of drugs or for that matter any kind of substance abuse, so they become really vulnerable in the eyes of the law. So to the child protection unit, how do they safeguard these children, since as you say certain offense to is they can be sentenced kurbo dubule lage, but since they are minor there are certain I think laws in place to safeguard them. So how does the unit comes into play?
Amikhan anytime say like 24 hours service nishana za amikhan DCPU do to anytime any moment reports paise gule to mohan outreach worker khan jai counselor bi jai noheli to social worker itu khan bi jabo to jagine first to situation to kine ase aru facts of the case to kine ase itu sabo itu bichide will fix date to ina gune next day de ahibi noheli bi after 2 days iniga ahibi noheli to if the situation is beyond the DCPU control ini ase gule to ami khan CWC ge inform kuri de noheli to GGP ge inform kuri de to directly ami khan kunba to deal kuru bole paria unia bi thake olibi na paria kan to CWC aru GGP itu hane first to deal kuri gine last day ami khan ke faisla to decision itu to inman tok to ahi jaise koine ami khan ke aru DCP ke report di.
Okay, so ito kwa pichle they will be transferred to a certain home.
Yes.
So ma'am, the whole process to apne ek bar kui dibo, the rehabilitation pichle kiman months take ki programs kan ase under the observation home or under the DCPU unit.
Mohan itia do like drug addict inado particularly inado ayanai de bacha do na inado ayanai holibi substance abuse ina khan do ahina thake holibi any other cases like sexual abuse ka noli physical abuse ka na ina khan thake do like holibi kumba do runaway children ina khan thake khan do tahan ke rescue kuri loshi bole mohan na tahan of course some of them they have parents na inado holibi tadi buhule na pare ho jase physical abuse karne nole sexual abuse karne buhule na pare ho she bole tahan ke anigina like safe placed like in a CCI children's home ina debi rakhi dibo pare for a period of time na ina tadi ra tahan ke kumba do tadi rahi tahan ke studies can be kuri bole die tahan ke na aro for a long term also tai khan thakibo pare nole for a short term also taike rakhi bole pare ina bi kuri makhan.
Gete ami khala principles to child protection la main principle like that do bacha khange child care institute te patha do as a last resort kile gole do amma baba nichna kumbi bacha ge care kuro pare na pare itu garne all the possible ways to nai gole to itu time de CCI child care institute de he pathai nohole to parya to galti kin ba thagise nohole ki thaise gole to timely counseling di thakibo ki kuine amma baba lore bohi bole de bacha ki do.
So kumba children handu hamni condition long term thagi jai, kumba to short term bi thagi jai, maybe magistrate pra koina kinya se tan short term period kan thage.
We don't use the term magistrate. Will be principal magistrate itu do JGB principal magistrate tate tinta members thake principal magistrate and then two other members aro CWC they do 5 members thake to in those who are in need of care protection say like substance abuse or no be drug addict nature do itu thagi ine paise gole to CWC will take care of that case aru children those who commit some offense which is punishable under any laws itu khan to JGB khan bra take care kuribo inia kurigine homes bi alag paka alag de pathai observation homes ase gole to JGB khan para patha khan to observation home di thake aru CWC khan ase bole to ta khan to children home de pathai nam to alag channel bi duita hisab de ase
to like sabte bacha han ki bi मतलब segregate करना to the को अपनी condition अलग-अलग homes ना according to their situation. So what I want to know is what are the programs set up in the observation home, especially?
We have a special educator, counselor, and then medical staff, and then there is a superintendent, probation officer also, and timely visitation ahikine tahan requirement to sakine. If the observation home to mohan itu specially require kurase itu provide kuri dibina koisibule to ami han manu bisari kine jagine itu la specific subject bi timely ini kitiba discuss kuri thake
aro tade home father aro home mother bi thakina tahanke saule
To give spiritual guidance.
yes
So what I also want to know is, I believe our listeners can be janibole munjado. When do you come to terms that okay to bachado na rehabilitate this child can be reintegrated into the society? To kumbado thayo I think checks kando. So what are those checks? Na eta period rakhi dile hoise.
that there is a form a child care plan going there. Every home should keep one child care plan for one individual in your wine tahan site hagigine improvement kiki hoise bole to tahan report to DCPD bi pathabo aru tahan report to CWC ki bi pathabo nohole JGB ki bi pathabo tate patha pichide CWC aru JGB to final authority to bachage ama bawage aru bi bole.
So what situation kumba dido parents kan na thagi jaise na to taya na next step to ki hoy parents kan guardian kan thakya na kile after the period is over and you feel like the child has improved.
There is a scheme special program bacha khan jodi 18 years punchi jaise ine ose bole to till 21 to tahange sabole after care program kogile tate hali dibo or so that they can do something and earn their own livelihood itu hisab de ase aru jodi bacha khan to 18 years below ase bole fit person bi muhan identify kuribo pare aru foster parent bi identify kuribo pare to identify kule itu DCPU bra parents khan jodi foster parents ke dibule ase bole to study kuribo home study kini ase situation kini ase itu study kuribo aru fit person bi the same way study kurigine bacha hange tate permanently no hoy holibi for temporary reception type de ta khange tate hali thai di thai.
So apni khan bi your point of view is bacha khan ke observation home te patha to kini ase like improvement dikhe what is the result in your district so far ekta number thakibo iman number no since the inception iman bacha do hina thakise to tai khan la ta khan ke follow up khan bi thakina na thake aro what is the result improvements kan asina na or same offense kuri thake itu la pare
repeated offense kura bi kunba ase aro at point of time some point of time itu do ni funny nishina bi ase holi bi mohan bi itu bacha ke sabole mon na thakya after every 2 months after every 3 months tala report agine mohan deal kuri thakili bi na parya inia bi ase holi bi kunba do bacha kunba do reported kura do mohan do hotai yati bohule mona zo yati hotai bohule divina inia request kuri abi inia bi ase homes to observation home no li CCI kan bi chari bole mon nai kile bole to treatment dia aro gordia treatment compare kuri ne ta nije request kuri ami kan ge request kuri inia bi bacha kan bi ase
ekta bacha ase like tai mohan to juveniles kan ke deal kore do to ekta bacha ekta se tai habitual thief tai chor kurala habit thage to mohan every time tai ge aniwo aro duriwo aro mohan gi diwo ina thagi ina tai ge anina ina wi thagi she bishi bar ina thagi ado tai after 18 years to mohan deal na kore ho jashi do iman to ke ina deal kore labi ina wi thagi shi de to mai ki bi every now and then taike durigina na ania la bishi bar thakishe colony alakti jawo tai jor kura karne taike durigina aro anishi aro mohan deal kurushe and then we plan to send her outside also but then tai it we na pare ho jaise ina la bacha kumba do na inawi hoi cases inawi thage kumba do improve ho ina change bi ho lawi thage hulu kumba do change kurana pare la na huli mohan to 18 years to ke deal kure tura after that to mohan nasai ho jai hoi
I think that is something that ini all the departments for that matter when you are dealing with a sensitive issue like this 100% to kita bi na ho when it comes to substance abuse we thief robbery pachan but what according to you should be a long term plan so that it will have a lasting impact on children as a counselor if you can kindly mohan listeners kan if ito hile bhal na nibi babile ki hole lage
first of all to like parental guidance to be important ase to tai family where everything starts from family to tai family where tai help grow le na pare hu je parents kan run ole tai guardians kan no thaki ase holwi tala habitual itu han to bad habits kan to na pare hu je gule do professional ke seek le bal because they are professional counselors kan bi ase tia do psychiatrists kan bi ase no psychologists kan bi ase na alak tia do Nagaland holwi even in Kohima ina kan bi thaki ase na to ina han ke seek le bal ina
on that note, does the District Child Protection Unit does collaborative convergence program with other line departments, other stakeholders? Some cases, though, it needs professional, it needs medical attention. Habitually, kleptomania, so it is deep rooted in the mental health. So, do you work with other line departments? Can be awareness program.
Amigan department dosra khan godi bi kure labor department especially labor department medical department aro education department kile gole to situation inia bi face kurise school ekta de thagise hoili bi school bara tala nijer teacher abuse kurise to we have to change bacha la school to change kubo lagya hoje to middle of the year to kon bi ready no hoy hoili bi itu DCP bra involve kurise to last day accept kuria inia case bi aside aru to coalition amigan department alag kitiaba to department itu lugode kure itu directly kobo na pare jai libi when situation compels us no libi situation arises to itu time there mohan department ke approach kurile itu ini ase gune conversion hisabe amigan department almost every department logode kuria nishina bi ase
interconvergence thage that means apni kuise parental guidance is so crucial especially ekdom adolescents nilibe bacha ekta group rela time de so apni khan bi in your own unit face krishna krana any kind of resistance from the parents mane bacha do kibai ta khane durise but adjustment kuri dibo nilibe observation home na patai dibole because there is a stigmatization ni ekta bi bhabi jai na bishi parto police case hoise kule nilibe ni observation home kuri shikule do they are sometimes worried about your own name to ni ka bi face kuri na kuri through from parents and guardians
itu alak case do mandu no hoy holi pokso protection of child from sexual offense tate bacha do victim most of the cases to bacha victim thage to bacha to victim ho itu do parents kan do aigine publicly hoy jabo inia hoy jabo itu case to report no kuribi nauli bi itu case to manuge janibo na dibi inia cases inia bi ahe to itu do especially sexual abuse ke bishi ahe aru tate pokso dolibi victim compensation inia ekta bi ase to itu kunba hunigine ulta bacha hangi bi abuse kuria inia reported case bi ase amiga
so there is a slight resistance to any thage
hoy slight resistance thagi jai
but not especially to alak khani do man nai just relating to poska
hoy itu alak te to bishi to nai holibi itu de hai aru ekta to physical abuse tadibi kiteba guardian khan hole parents khan to flatly deny kuria nia bi face kuria
We will continue with our very interesting topic here, but we will take a short break and we will be right back.
Yeah, I know it's not easy, but I'll try saying yes. Yes to life and no to things that cut it short, my friend. Life is beautiful and it's a gift for you and me. Yeah, you should know life is worth it. Every time, every moment, I choose life. It's a happy choice. Say yes with me. I'm here for you. Say yes to love and no to drugs. It's the only way. There's no other way. There's no rewind. Yeah, I know. Sometimes people, they feel low, they need a hero. Falling into drawing deep and don't half path away. No to drugs and no to anything that's a mistake. Yeah, you should know. Just say no, no. Just say no, no. Every day. Choice is yours. I choose life. It's a happy choice. Say yes with me. I'm here for you. Say yes to love and no to drugs. It's the only way. There's no other way. There's no rewind. There's so strong. I don't wanna see you losing your way. I don't want you waste another day. Yes to living, yes to life. No to hate, no giving up. Say no to drugs. Come on! I choose life. It's a happy choice. Say yes with me. I'm here for you.
Welcome back, dear listeners. You are tuning to Akashvani Kohima at 103 MHz, 469.5 meters and 639 kilohertz. Welcome back to our program. This is your In Focus at Drug Free Nagaland radio live bilingual interactive program, which is initiated by the Regional News Unit Akashvani Kohima in collaboration with Nagaland Police Department and other stakeholders. My dear listeners, the topic for today's discussion is drugs and child protection services in Nagaland and in our district, that is Kohima. So we have in our panels Mr. Megoneituo Kielienyu, who is the Legal Cum Protection Officer, District Child Protection Unit Kohima, Department of Social Welfare. Along with him, we have Ms. Medoleü, Counselor, District Child Protection Unit Kohima, Department of Social Welfare. So today's program, we are zeroing down on child and the child rights and the services and the functions and also the kind of as I mentioned, services that is being provided to children. So my next question as we continue with our discussion here is to Ms. Medoleü, if you can kindly tell us in length and in detail the whole process of rehabilitation of a child in a home, or for that matter any child care home.
Well, okay. Once the child comes to us, tala problem to kiese. First to ito ani wudo tai. Ina man office ti ane first to tala cases kan kinaga se detail to ito kan report ani wo ina koina tala report kan sop sa pichide tai okay, this child should be in the CCI for sometimes. Ina hushubule tai luja ina CCI de Child Care Institute ina de rakhide aro according to the case na kumba do observation homes de rakhide no le kumba do like CCI de ina rakhe to tadi ina rakhya age de mohan tala cases kan to study kuru aro ina study kura pichide itu detail jania pichide taige kinega help kuru ina tala case to kinaga taige treatment diwo no libi tala problem to kina ina de taige help kuru ina ura taike help kura try kure mohan aro age de kwanis na CCI tv mohan counselor every time there will be a counselor there to follow up kurubo taibi no holibi DCPU la counselor ra firstly taike help kurubo ina hoigina taike CCI de pathai shugule counseling is like a talk therapy ina taike kotha kuigina tala problem to ki ase itu ulawodo ina the counselor will help the client to help themselves to come out from their problem na ina thage counseling la kam to as a counselor first like some of the counseling skills will be like firstly they will have rapport building ina thagiwo idu pichi there and then the other thing is listening to the child idu the main thing is listening to the child and then hearing what the problem he or she is facing inahan listen. That is very important in counseling. Itu pichirihe tage like questioning kuro aro itu questioning kura though one thing is in questioning we have like open-ended question ina hutiwo yes or no ina no hina kina huile tage explain kurule diwo ina open-ended questions ra tage taila story dum hange kole diwo aro especially children coming to the counselors like tai parents kan ki kole na paria. Counselor is like the third person, so they are more free when we create that friendly atmosphere. They do more free hujai, or they are more open to the counselor than the parents or guardians or even his or her guardians or siblings. So when he or she comes to the counselor, they are more open because the counselor builds the rapport building ito friendly atmosphere ito an build kurina ito pichi dihe tala problems to kiase ito deal kurina inaga jaya. So these are the steps that we go through. Aro ina huina tala problem to ina ulai kina tai nijerge kina hule ta ito were overcome kuro pariwo. Kumba do depression ra ahe inabi thage kumba do behavioral problem aro tala parents ra take help kurule na parigina ina thage ina ra ahe aro kumba do like some of the cases that we face is like it might look very simple but then ina rawi itu bacha ki effect kurela example like tai school din na jai hu jeshe ina dropout students ina bishu ulai to tai bully garne na jabi ina bi thaki jaise school de ina na jai ina thaisha to tala parents ra tai ke pathai thakili bi na jai hu jaise acha ko ina jawo ina na jai ina bi ina la cases bi face kurushe to ina time de mohan counseling dishe thage slowly tai first they hesitate to be open up but slowly we try to help this kind of child. Aro take help kura pichide after few months even they don't go to school for months and months will be ina ekta bacha bi thagishe tai school din na ja do aro bully cases karni na ja hu jeshe tai ina hugina take help kure gina that child was with her parents itself. We didn't send that child to the CCR or any observation home. Holly parents do he tagishe na tai ina hugina take help kure na pichide do tai aro school bi jai ina wi kurishe. So slowly we build them up and then only in some cases we send them to CCI but some of the children they are still with their guardian or their parents and they come for counseling ina aste ugina tage help korina to overcome kurule try korina ina tage help kore mohan.
So how responsive are children to counseling or any given therapies according to your findings kan kini ka ase? I know it is ekdom phat par kuralas process no it takes some time to build
Yes.
build rapport hoilibi how is their response to it
Agi one is na children are brought for counseling for different cases. Agi one is na physical abuse hobo lagi ina hobo nohilibi sexual abuse, behavioral problems, substance abuse ina na nohilibi runaway children ina kan and so on ina ahigina thagya kan man interact rather in interacting and giving counseling. Most of them are found to be like very responsive and then bishi positive outcome bi thagya dikhishide. Aro I guess this is because like they're out of their home and then we have a very friendly atmosphere for counseling, so they become more open to counseling, and that's how we can help the child to come out from their problem, whatever the problem may be. To yede sado takana response to positive ina thagya do the child feel that they are in a safe space to talk to the third person who isn't their parent or sibling or family members na, so they can openly talk to the counselor about anything and everything, and so this is how when they open up then the counselor also can understand the problem and help these children, and the child can come out from their problems.
so any child who is struggling with depression for that matter or who has been exploited for sexual abuse nohilibi abandonment or any child, how susceptible or how vulnerable they are to drug abuse?
In a cases can be like takan.
Do you think they are more vulnerable?
Yes, of course they are more vulnerable because tahan depression de jai the mula life to like sexual abuse so shugula mula life to ina ho jai she ina rana tai substance abuse like for example alcohol de bi jai takan to alcohol de jai shugule tai tala problem to ito overcome koro parbo ina rabi substance abuse ina de tai depression de ja tam de ito kan use kuri jai.
Tate counseling time de interesting ekta itia coalition ekta uladu sabi ama baba do hodai nijer mudu khai gine ami khan ge nasai aru ami khan ama baba na dikhya time de mudu chu guine rakhine ami khan di taste kuri se inia bi ase to tati ura abuse suru ru je to da inia bi ase de to counseling khan hunni thagele noli bi sai thagele to kitiaba funny bi lage hoili bi amma baba la nohilibi those who are above 18 years itu kan nijela responsible to bukibo na pera kane bacha khan do biya hwa itu bi bishi dikhishide tate here I want to quote one Bible verse itu proverb 22:60 kwadu bacha ke bhal rasta de hikabi aru itu hikai je kule tai dangor hogine biya rasta de kitebi na jabo toi hikadu hodai rakhibo itu do monde rakhibo lage ho to ami kan 18 years above ama baba hobo pare holibi no holibi 18 years above hoise guli to it's our responsible to take care of those children below 18 years.
At the end of the day they are dependent to us. Guardian can pishi important role hui jai na when it comes to deciding or when it comes to directing the future of a child. So on that note, I have a question here by one of our listeners. I think this one is directed to sir. I am from Kohima. Can our panelists kindly brief us on the punishment and the penalties for juvenile offenders if caught in possession of any illegal drugs or narcotic substances?
Agire coalition NDPS as koli to itu to lob alaga se punishment to minimum to 6 months ase aru maximum to itu life imprisonment ase to tatibi commercial quantity ase na nai aru itu kan categorize koina alak koine sabo jodi bacha to kunba quantity buki gine ase gole to agide muhan discuss kurani sena ani gine tahan tala situation tala case to study kuribo itu pichide observation home de pathabo observation home de pathagine tai jodi tate improvement holibi itu to he or she needs more care no libi attention ase inia asigulo to ami khan tate bora tage special home tate pathabo to special home te asigulo to itu to 3 years no hoili to 18 years no puncha to tate rakhibo lagi pare de নহলে তো specifically তাতে punishment to inia hobo gine juvenile to itu to mention kurine thaka nai
mention kurina nai so according to the case and according to the situation of the child that it is in itu pichde he I think the apni condition welfare society can decide korba
hoy itu to GGB decide kurigine itu pichde kuntu bacha kane sabse bal hobo tala interest ami khala main idea nole main principles to ase ki bacha to kiniga hoili to taike aru wapas society te ani dibo itula target e kam kure jodi bacha ekta mistake kuse ulete hodai taike biya se koini taike saza dibo nohili bi taike biya rasta de jabo itu nohoi gine kiniga hoise ulete tala mistake tala biya bara aru wapas society de ani dibo itula main target aru principle ta dibra mohan tu kam kuri tage
on that note my question to both of you if you can kindly share a thought how crucial is the role of the public and the civil society organization in supporting the department that the child protection in supporting the Department of Child Protection Services as a collective responsibility Kwanishna department is doing its best apni hambi district khande you are also doing the unit is also doing its best but I believe that public as well as civil societies has a huge role to play apni kya kushe to integrate the child into the society it is a challenge in itself so how crucial is their role if you can kindly share one word Nidushinbi
well mohan bishi bardo school awareness program ina hambi ina divi bishi jai to school is also a very important part to play there for helping the children to abstain from these substance abuses. Kirane school di he tahan bachahan biabi tadibi hiki jai hulibi school la authorities noli teachers can be ekilogo mohan help koro shugule bachahan ke bi help koro parole la dikishe.
Hoy ami ani pia kwani sna school aru church kile guda nagadu majority Christian ase to church bi itu bishi important ase to mohan school ditu penetrate kura suru ho ase olibi itia ekta duita church no hoy bili tu church ditu mohan platform pa gine itu share kuru bele innega responsibility ase no holibi itu responsibility bukibo pariana bole punishment innega ase de gine mohan awareness itu du create kuru bele itebi church de penetrate kuru na parina ase
so they also have a huge role to play
yes.
church or civil societies Nagaland since we are a very close knitted community they have a huge responsibility as well as platform bit amora say taikando so if you can kindly share that can be from their own side kiki kurle parle palobo
itu coalition juvenile justice act to indirectly itu kobo paria tu bible nishina bi ase ho bacha hange bharasta de ani bole itu nishina ta ase ho juvenile justice act to bacha ke punishment dibo saza inega dibo itu nohoi gene bacha tu ki rasta de hoile to tage aru wapas society de bal hobole paribo nole society de exam manu hobo paribo khali itula idea noli bi principle ta dia ase to itu han saise gole to society DCPU ekla bora itu han hodai awareness to take to tani to na paribo itu gane society kun hunise itu to mohan poila de practice kura nisana ama baba mohan ke kinya uthaise itu to treatment to itia bacha ke uthabo lage bal rasta du dekhabo lage nohele to bacha moila bacha nohai tu dosra manula ase নহলিবি ইটো দসরা ট্রাইব লা আছে কইলে বাচ্চা বিয়া কাম করা ঠিক দিকিছে গুলিবি নিজে লাগা দুটি আছে মোলা রেসপন্সিবিলিটি আছে কইলে ইটো মনতে থাকা না বলে তো বাচ্চা খান অটোমেটিক পরা ভাল হবলে ইটো রাস্তা দু বেশি ছোট আছে
that is indeed a very encouraging word Mohan Sok we all have a responsibility to play because children are the future they can itia ban hoile do kalido our future is very bleak so on that note DCPU ekta unit ase in a district that is working tirelessly but what are the other institutions or mechanism that is at play
see here DCPU under the adoption itu bi ahe to juvenile justice act adoption ko chulu to ami gan oila de hoise bole to khushi de adopt kuria একজন তো আহি কেনে মঞ্চ পকাই কেনে নহ'লে কি হৈ কেনে গড়ে আহিছে কইলে তো মানুহ গড়ে আহিছে গড় ভিতৰতে আহিছে তো তাইকে এনেকা কথা তো নশুনি কিনে মিছা মিছিৰা নাপাঠাব লাগে কৈনে তাই খান কথা কৈ থাকি কিনে কেতিয়াবা এডপশ্যন বি এনে আহি যায় তো ইটো মোৰ খান ট্ৰেডিশ্যন ইটো বি আছে ইটো বি নহয় হ'লে বি কনচিকুৱেঞ্চেছ তাতে প্ৰব্লেম বেছি আছে কিলে গ'লে তো একটা পাৰ্টিকুলাৰ কেছ দিয়ে মই খান ফেচ কৰিয়াতো আমাৰ বাবা তো একটা বাচ্চাক এডপ্ট কৰিছে বাচ্চাটো অলপ ডাঙৰ হৈ কিনে বিয়া হৈছে তো পেৰপৰতে ইনে চিধা চিধি আজিৰ পৰা ইটো বাচ্চাটো আমি খান লগা বাচ্চা নহয় দেই কৈ কিনে ইনে আৰু তাইকে ৰিফিউজ কৰি দিছে ইটো নিচিনা বাচ্চা একজনটো ভাল হৈছিলে তাই লগা বায়'লজিকেল পেৰেণ্টছ খানটো আহি কিনে ইটোতো বায়'লজিকেলি আমি খান লগা বাচ্চা আছে তো তুইজন লগা নহয় আমি খানে লৈ ল'ব এনেকুৱা কেছেছ আছে দেই তো ইটো ফেচ নকৰিবৰ কাৰণে দ্য বেষ্ট ৱে টু লিগেল এডপশ্যন কৰিলে এইটোৱে চবচে ভাল আছে লিগেল এডপশ্যন কৰিছে বুলিতো ইটো প্ৰব্লেমছো কেতিয়াবি নোলাব বাচ্চা কিবি ৰিফিউজ কৰিব নাপাৰিব আৰু বায়'লজিকেল পেৰেণ্টছ খান বি আহি কিনে আৰু ৰিক্লেইম বি কৰিবলৈ এইটো ৰাস্তাটো বন্ধ হৈ যাব এইটো কাৰণে এডপশ্যন কৰি আছে বুলিতো পইলা দে ট্ৰেডিশ্যনেলি মহান কৰি নিচিনা খুচি দে এডপ্ট নকৰি কিনে লিগেলি এডপ্ট কৰিলে এইটো বেছি ভাল হ'ব আৰু এইটো কৰিব লাগে
On that note, মই একটা জানিবলৈ মন যালো আপনি এটা কোৱা নিচিনা I think in the past মোক প্ৰায়ে adoption can be কৰি দেখিছে there were no legal papers and all but in such a situation when the biological parents comes and try to reclaim their child and all I think it affects the mental health of the child as well তাই একদম conflict situation একটা দে ফাঁসি যায় তো does this children also get affected or কোৱা নিচিনা vulnerable towards any kinds of substance abuse
ইটোতো পাকাপাকি সে যদি আগেৰে মোখান কাউন্সিলাৰ কোৱা নিচিনা ডিপ্ৰেশ্যনতে যাবতো এইটোতো ইনিবি তো নহ'লে বি মেণ্টেল ডিষ্টাৰ্বটো থাকিব কিবা মেণ্টেল টৰ্চাৰ কি থাকিব তো অবভিয়াছলি এইটোতো তাই ছাবষ্টেঞ্চ এবিউজ দিয়ে ডাঙৰতে নহ'ব পাৰে হ'লেও ছোট্টতে চুৰু কৰিনে তাই নিজেকে খুচি ৰাখিবলৈ নহ'লে বি নিজেকে টাইম পাছ কৰিবলৈ তাতে এবাৰ বি চুৰু হৈ যাবতো
আৰু another thing is like substance abuse to be gushibo pare aro another thing is like tai depression de jaina suicidal tendencies nole suicide ina lawi bishi cases asina itia do itora ina khan rahi ulai jai kitia do
ekdom discussion those interesting jai ase but we have just 4 minutes in our program here so before I throw you the final question it has been reported that alcohol bishi common ase mohala society de dry state will be it is abundantly available so can alcohol be a gateway to using drugs especially in children and what are the intervention that we need as a society as a guardian as a parent to take up when addressing this issue
ito alcohol ito ekla nohi kine se pan gutka ito chutu mutu khan bi slowly bacha khan kuri thai kine ডাঙৰ দি গুছিব তো আৰু ইটোতো ষ্টাৰ্টিং পইণ্ট আগে কোৱা নিচিনা আমাৰ বাবা বৰা যাই কিনে মোলা পাণ আনিবি যাই কিনে মোলা গুটকা আনিবি তো সদায় আনি থাকিনে শ্ল'লি নিজে খা চুৰু কৰিব তাতে বৰা ছাবষ্টেঞ্চ এবিউজটো ডাঙৰ দে উঠি যাব তো
that is so true ekta chutu ekta step rahi lamba do the more lamba step to jawole bishi chance ase so we should stop it first prahina knitted in the bud so on that note last to is there any message that you want to share to our listeners
khan ke koi diwole mon thakya do amni han like mohala bacha khan ke bright future ina hole mon ase gule ta remember korole thakya do itu do family wara start kore itu remember korole aro mana sarwa kwa nisna Proverbs 22:60 likhya nisna train up a child in the way he should go and when he is old he will not depart from it ina likhina ase to bal hekai dishu gule itu bacha do dangor hoilibi itu na charibo
itu it's our duty inia bhabi kine sob manubi those who are above 18 years ami khan sob mon milai kine itu bacha khan ki hoise gole tu ভাল ৰাস্তা দেখাব আৰু ভাল ৰাস্তা দিয়ে আনিব এইটো ট্ৰাই কৰিব লাগে আৰু ৰিকুৱেষ্ট কৰিব মন থাকাটো সব মানুহ কি হৈছে গলিবি প্ৰব্লেমটো পুৰা সলভ হৈ যাব ইটো লা নহয় গলিবি যদি প্ৰব্লেম ইনিঙা আহিছে গলি তো কি চাইল্ড হেল্পলাইন 1098 ইটো কল কৰবি তো এনি টাইম we are ready to assist you to help you.
Thank you so much, sir. Ajido, I think a lot of things that we discussed today, mahana listeners as well as laymen do najani na thake. We don't know how to go about, especially when dealing with an offender who is a child, or when dealing with a child who needs protection and care. So I think the thank you so much. We had a really interesting session today, and once again I would like to share with you all that you can call the helpline 1098 child line ase. So toll free number ase, toll free number ase 24 hours ase 24/7. So any child facing any kind of abuse or any report that you want to make, you can definitely do that. So thank you so much. We are going to wind up our program here today. In our studio we had Mr. Megoneituo Kielienyu, Legal Crime Protection Officer, District Child Protection Unit. Along with him we had Miss Medoleü, Consular, DCPU, Kohima. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.